Eamon Gilmore.
Yesterday, a laptop containing the personal information of 170,000 people who have donated blood to the blood bank was stolen on a street in New York. And it gives rise to concerns about the security which attaches to personal information which people supply to government bodies and to state agencies. It's not the first occasion that there has been the loss of personal information like this. In reply to Dáil questions which were tabled by my colleague Ruairi Quinn some time ago, we were told that more than 80 laptops, desktops or Blackberries have been stolen or lost from government departments over the course of the past 5 years. And last year, late last year in the United Kingdom, there was considerable controversy over the theft of a computer disk, or the loss of a computer disk, on which personal information of 25 million people had been stored. And at that time, our own Data Protection Commissioner stated that there was no guarantee that something similar could not happen here. Now, I think it's reasonable that when people supply personal information, and some of this would be, certainly in the case of information supplied to the blood bank, would be quite sensitive personal information, is supplied to a state agency, people I think need to have some confidence that that information is secure. So I have a couple of questions to ask the Taoiseach arising from this. First of all, can he inform the House as to the extent of the information which was on the laptop yesterday? I understand that the blood bank have written out to the people concerned, and I think we should know what was the extent of the information that was contained on that laptop. And secondly, could I ask him if he would ask the Data Protection Commissioner to undertake now a full audit of the security procedures and measures which are in place governing the protection of personal information which is supplied to government departments. I think that we do need to have a full overview of what security is in place, so that when information is supplied by people to government departments, which they believe to be supplied on a confidential basis, that it's not open to theft, open to possibly being accessed by criminals and the dangers of identity theft that's involved in that, or indeed open to being accessed in an unauthorised way by even staff of some of the agencies concerned.
Taoiseach.
I want to thank the Taoiseach for that reply. And first of all, can I say that I think one of our concerns has to be to ensure that there is continuing confidence in the blood bank, and ensure that people, don't withhold supplying blood to donating blood to the blood bank as a result of this. But can I just say that all of that seems to be incredibly sloppy and ironic, that you set out to get help with securing the information, and you end up with the laptop, somebody walking about with it hung over their shoulder on a street in New York, and it ends up being stolen. There's something incredibly sloppy about that. Can I ask the Taoiseach in respect of the second part of the question, because as I said, this is not unfortunately a one-off. There have been other thefts of computer equipment and disks and so on from government departments, and indeed there were, again, Deputy Shortall had questions to the Department of Social and Family Affairs about the unauthorised accessing of personal information which was held by that department, by some staff of that department. And there was one particularly, I think, prominent case of that in fairly recent times. Can I ask the Taoiseach if he would ask the Data Protection Commissioner to undertake a full review of the security arrangements surrounding personal information that is supplied to government departments and which is held electronically? I think there is a necessity to restore confidence to people that the information that they are supplying to government departments is not going to be accessed, is not going to be lost, is not going to be carried around in a disk or a laptop by staff of the agencies walking around the streets of Dublin or the streets of New York, and that the dangers of personal information coming into the hands of criminals or others and the dangers associated with identity theft is going to be minimised. I think this is an area that some serious attention needs to be given to, and I think the way to proceed with it is to ask the Data Protection Commissioner in the first instance to do a full audit of the security measures, to make a report on it, and then for whatever necessary action needs to be taken to increase security and to protect people's identity is then taken by government.